Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Yesterday doesn't matter, it only serves as a ladder. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed, so make your plans accordingly. Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Grand Rising, today is a new day to start again. It is 2/2/2025. Groundhog Day! Punxsutawney Phil. Pretty good movie. I could pick apart this classic. I've got a lot of problems with it. It's narcissistic. It's really strange, actually, how it all flows in the end of it. I think my favorite scene, though, there is some great scenes in it. There's a few. It's hard to say this is my favorite, but the I Am an Immortal scene when he's smoking the cigarette and all that, and Andie MacDowell comes in. She was also in Michael. She's an interesting one. There's some weird stuff going on with all that. Life does not feel like Groundhog Day. It does feel like Groundhog Day sometimes. Some characters in your life just keep showing up. It's very strange. Energy can make such a difference in a day. Like one thing, boom. Like a whole room can change. And it has a big impact. It's very strange. I'm really struggling with letting things go that are not about me, or they are about me, but don't concern me. There's two different things. I really need to work on not allowing my thoughts and emotions to swim in waters that I never wanted to be in the first place. Leave me alone. I'm okay over here. I don't think I can be much more clear or patient. I did about as well as I can do. For the most part, I really try hard. I'm not a victim. I've never said I was a victim of, I never said I was a victim of circumstance. I still belong. Don't get me wrong. You can speak your mind, but not on my time. You can talk about me all you want behind my back. Just do it where I can't hear you, please. I'd rather not hear about it. No, I don't need to address anything you said. Everyone knows where it came from, so I don't need to interact with you. They know where to find it, and it ain't with me. I mean, I'm not involved. I went 1 for 9 yesterday. There's a log I have to keep for each customer on Saturdays to get some intel on what the guests are not buying or what they are buying. And you have to write notes and things about what you would do different. And I had to write 8 times why I did not make a sale. And that was fun, as I was not making sales. I did take detailed notes so I could explain why I didn't make each sale. I have really been struggling as an overall trend, actually, since I've been working back in the workforce as a salesperson. In reality, I've had about 3 or 4 good weeks. I've had 2 really good weeks, and other than that, it's been, I am mediocre. I'm not even mediocre, really. I'm a little bit below mediocre. And I'm trying hard, so that's what's been difficult. And it's a long sample size now. We're getting into a pretty deep sample size. So we're getting ready to get into the busy season, and I've learned a lot. So I'm just taking it one day at a time now, moving forward. And that's all you really can do. 1 for 9 means the next day you go 6 for 6 or something like that. I don't know. That's what it usually works out, but I don't know. The difficult thing is as we start to get more busy, in this situation where I was very good in my past was I was very good with multiple customers. That was something that I was good at. I was good at popping off. It was like creating a buying atmosphere too. And it's lucrative. But it's very difficult where I'm at to work more than one customer at a time. It's very difficult. And it's just a very different atmosphere from what I'm used to. I'm used to being in an environment that The most important thing when a customer comes through the door is to greet them in a grateful, welcoming manner and try to present what the store is, to set the process in place. It's the largest closing percentage gap that you can close is in that moment, in the beginning, the first impression. No matter how busy you are, especially when you're busy. That's what's so impressive about stores that are able to do that, because you can't staff I don't want to get into it. It's too much. It just really requires communication and a good team when it's busy. Who's got the door? Short-staffed, communication, trust that everybody's going to get something in the end of it in what you're doing. It's not like there's different ways that you make it fair. If no one is greeting the door and customers are not getting any interaction, walking around looking at prices, first impressions, it's over. It's donezo. You're catching up. And you can still make a lot of sales, and you still will. It's not like this system is the best system. Maybe not even the best system. It's just a system I'm used to. Everything is better, though, when you're making sales regardless. So you could have a shitty-ass system. You could have shitty-ass salespeople. You could have all kinds of bad stuff going on and make a bunch of sales, and it looks great. And you can have the opposite of that, too. You can have things going really well, and just for some reason, things aren't, for some reason, rolling the right way. But that doesn't mean that you change just because the circumstances. You have to be aware of it, but sometimes that's where we get ourselves into trouble. But sometimes we also have to take account, and trends are trends. I really have nothing to prove, and I'm kind of exhausted explaining myself and defending myself. The best part about a sales system is it's about the system. It's not about you. If you really design it well, it takes kind of the personal out of it. Go back to basics. Don't take it personal. When people don't like you, don't take it personal. One last thing. There absolutely is a double standard in our society of how a man is allowed to speak to a woman and how a woman is allowed to speak to a man in open commerce. This discrepancy, in my opinion, is very glaring. It's a large discrepancy. But I don't want to play victim. I don't want to play at all. I'm not playing games. It's really not the time for games. It's really not the time for stupid pettiness games. I guess I have to put my energy into avoidance. I need to interact less so that I need to defend less. I need to pay less of a part. So I need to work on those places where I am not doing that, because I've opened myself up. There was a place yesterday where I started it. All I had to do was just eat it, which is what I should have done. But I was in a weird place, and I just decided to say no. I'm not going to listen to somebody. And that's just where I went wrong. I guess we're always growing because the Tao is great. I learned from that, hopefully. And, that's something I did bring up, though, to something at the end here. And I've got a little bit of time. I was talking to somebody about that, and sometimes it just happens where the worst thing that could have happened to you ends up being the best thing that could happen to you. And that's what makes it understandable. And when you get the hindsight, there's foresight and hindsight. And that's basically, I think it's Prometheus, right? Wasn't Prometheus foresight and his brother was hindsight? I don't know. I'm going off in the weeds again. I'm into the Prometheus stuff. I kind of want to look into that again today. Some days you just want to take your mind off of real life and go back into what could be real life. Who knows? Anyways, let's just end it now. The Tao is great. Do great. Be great. Just go out there and be grateful, and everything will work out for you. Let's get another bell in. Everything's going to be all right. Have a great day.